Hello and welcome to Chamber Chat. I am Zenobia Harris, CEO for the Kent Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for joining us today. And those of you who are going to watch this in recording, please put in the chat recording so that we know that you are watching. The Chamber is a business organization where we support businesses with advocacy work, and we bring businesses together to ensure that they can exchange referrals and also business. Today, I am really excited to have one of our newer members join us on Chamber Chat. So I'll allow you, Mark, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your organization.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the video here, Savona. I'm Mark Petticord. I work with a company called Lights There. We are a innovative lighting company. Our byline is innovating the future with LED. And what we do is we do exactly that. We help. Mainly, our focus is on commercial clients who use a lot of energy. And so what we do is we do complementary audits inside organizations. We are preferred trade allies with Puget Sound Energy and some of the other power providers up here in Washington State. Our company is also in Oregon, Nevada, and we're working on some presence in Dallas, Texas as well. So we're planning on going national with this. And so that's what we do. We essentially provide complementary assessments, auditing services for companies. We provide financing, and as a trade ally with Puget Sound Energy, we can access some of the greatest incentives, utility incentives and rebates right now are better than ever to go ahead and update your lighting from metal halide, fluorescent. There's all kinds of really terrible power using fixtures that we replace or retrofit. And so that's essentially what we do. We provide the audits, a very complimentary, very detailed auditing document where we show their usage, their payoff. And so that's what we do. We create opportunities for companies to really get their company onto the path of sustainability, to really, as we focus on these green incentives, that's part of it, is really lowering the carbon footprint and having a more sustainable long-term company and putting those costs into other things other than just energy consumption.
Yeah. I think the chamber should probably get an audit. I mean, we still have like you probably don't want to hear this, but we still have like the fluorescent bulbs, the real long ones. And so is that just kind of going out of style? Is it unhealthy? Is it costing me more? Talk a little bit about maybe that and what an audit would do for the chamber.
Yeah. So fluorescent fixtures, although we're much better than the predecessors, and fluorescent's been around a long time, and it always was more energy efficient. But they've been replaced by LED, which are non-gas type fixtures. There's also benefits in terms of fluorescent fixtures have a kind of this flickering effect, can cause headaches and all kinds of things. Also, the color temperature of fluorescent fixtures can be off, and so the benefits being just a happier client. We can LED fixtures are dimmable. We can change the color. We can make them match circadian rhythms and all kinds of things. So the technology is much better now. And so, for something like the chamber, I think you would have happier people. And there is some adjustments to getting used to LED. They are brighter, but with our fixtures, you can actually program them to start, at a lower level in the morning, get brighter, just like the sun goes up and comes down. And so we work a lot with medical facilities as well, long-term care, where those things are important. And so we're really able to create an environment that's really healthy for our clients and also safe. Like, for instance, we do audits for large distribution warehouses in Sumner and Kent and all over Auburn. And again, it's really about getting a better quality light and literally saving half. I mean, the power consumption on the LED typically could anywhere between 40 and 60% savings, and it really ends up penciling out over 2 to 3 years, depending on the organization.
Oh wow! And I would assume that's something that you kind of cover in your audit and say, well, this is
Yeah,
how long, kind of like a mortgage. This is how long it's going to take to recoup these fees, right?
exactly. Exactly. We
Okay.
show the payoff. Uh, a lot of companies pay cash, but we also have lighting as a service, which enables clients to make payments on this, and we share in the savings essentially. And usually, well, 100% of the time, their savings is going to offset the cost of the fixtures, and within 5 years, they're paid off. And LEDs lamps typically last about 10 years, and we cover all that during that time as well. During that 5 year financing period, we replace fixtures, lamps, whatever people need. And so we also have our own electricians, and so we're in-house electrical contractor. We do HVAC. Uh, we do a lot of things that will save our clients money. And create a green footprint. That's what we all want. We want sustainability. We want clean, green air, and that's what our that's the foundation for what we do, is really saving money and saving the environment as well.
Okay. Awesome. And do you work just with businesses, or is this someone maybe that could have their home, get a review at their home, or no?
We don't do a lot of residential, although we do have some products that we're working on in relation to heating and cooling, um, and uh, and particularly relating to COVID. That's another thing, is we have a sister company that called UV Health, and we can actually integrate the technology to actually kill viruses. And that's a very innovative product, something kind of on another topic. But so that's where we work with health institutions, schools, Christian schools, private schools, to help clean their air while we're lighting their classrooms. And so UV Health is part of what we do as well. And it actually dismantles the COVID virus. Our technology is pretty innovative. And so those are some other things that we do that we can discuss, maybe at a different time, but it's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Technology that's out here.
Yeah, sounds like it. So as you all can see down at the bottom, you can get a hold of Mark. You can either give him a call or check out the website. I'm sure if you have more questions about the different types of services, that's a great way to get a hold of him. Talk to me a little bit, Mark, about your industry. Why are you in this industry? How long have you been in this industry? What got you to working at Lights There?
It's kind of interesting. I was in the electrical contracting industry back in the 80s, installing, I was an estimator, and I had a crew, and we installed a lot of lighting products, fluorescent mainly at the time, metal halide, high pressure sodium. These were the technologies that were just available to us. And then I left that industry. I got involved in personal growth and development, and I do leadership training and coaching and things like that. And I still do that for clients. But I just was really intrigued by the mission of the company. I really believe in cutting waste. I like efficient lighting systems and things, and so I was intrigued, and I wanted to be a part of that because I felt like I was doing something that was really good for the environment, good for people, and saving companies money. The energy costs are so much. And so that's what we do. I feel real satisfaction when we can go in and cut a power bill in half on a large. Some of these companies that we've audited, they have $60,000, $70,000, $100,000 a month, power bills, and a lot of that's having to do with other types of gas, electric, and all that. But just the lighting portion could be $20,000 a month. Well, if we can cut that down to $8,000 or $9,000 or $10,000 a month and help them pay for their fixtures and not change, their bill at all, because of the lighting of the service and the financing we offer, that's pretty satisfying to do that, to see the look on their face when that happens.
Yeah, it's good. I like when folks can work. I like to work at places where my personal mission is kind of in line with the mission of the organization, right? So that's good. That's a privilege. Great place to be. Tell me a little bit about what sets Lights There apart from another company that's in your industry. I mean, the UV Health piece. I don't know if I've really heard that before. Is there anything other than that kind of sets you apart from,
Yeah, I think there's a lot of great companies out there, and I don't want to, diminish their value in the marketplace. But I think we've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years, and We have software and analytics that really dive deep into the company's the power needs. We can analyze their bills and come up with a very detailed report on how much power they're using, where they're using it, analyze their lighting needs and things like that. So I think we just have a lot of experience. We've been doing this since pre-COVID, and I think we offer. I think we really do value our customers. I mean, it sounds so cliche, but we really do. We really want to make sure that we create lighting systems that really work for their needs, and we can do that. We can tailor those lights to meet the needs of the office staff, of the warehouses. We can make the warehouses safer. And every company will say they do that. I think it really has to do with experience and our level of expertise. And we have a list of clients on Lights There. If you want to go to lightsthere.com, we have testimonials and satisfied clients. We've done work with some very large companies in Oregon and in Washington State here in our office. We do have a Kent office as well. So yeah, I think that's, and then of course some of the products like UV Health, that makes us pretty unique in terms of being able to protect people against viruses. And even though COVID is kind of on the decline, it seems like there can always be other types of viruses or strains and things, and UV Health does protect companies and organizations and health facilities against that as well, schools especially. So
yeah, that's good. I mean, I think, there's always going to be something, right? So being prepared is probably the best thing that we can do as business owners, and try to take all precautions to keep our staff and then our customers as well very safe. So, with COVID-19, was there anything, a lot of places had to pivot, right? And so within your organization, what did that look like for your company during COVID-19?
Yeah, that was a challenge for all companies. I think companies just didn't know how to react to it. And so accessing buildings isn't like it used to be. Everybody's got high security and screening and all kinds of things. So yeah, in 2020, around February, March, when the mandates started coming out, it really did slow down our business significantly. So if you're asking for a challenge, that was a big challenge. But we stayed afloat. We kept servicing our customers and doing things. But yeah, it's just, I think there's a whole huge opportunity for companies to really access these phenomenal rebates from Puget Sound Energy, which they're so generous and so innovative to get people switched over to these LED lights. So
yeah. I mean, we had a conversation before we started today. There's some legislation kind of coming down, clean energy bill that's coming down the pike that businesses need to be very aware of. And so, we are having a workshop here at the end of, it's April already. So we're having a workshop at the end of the month, helping businesses, specifically businesses that have 50,000 square feet or more, because it's going to be mandated, right? And so you want to kind of get ahead of the curve. It's just like, I look at it like this. It's right when it gets 100 degrees, everyone wants to call and say, I need to get air conditioning. Well, that's the wrong time to get air conditioning.
That's right. Yeah, and it's true. And one of our favorite sayings with our owner, Thomas, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And so when we go into a company and, maybe middle management, they're not quite as in touch and they're not talking to the owners. And those owners are going to be pretty motivated. And so I suggest that people really, don't wait until everybody needs it. And let's get it taken care of now. Oftentimes we create opportunities where there's no money out of pocket on getting these lights. It's really easy to do, and you just have to give us a shot. Let us do a complimentary audit for your company. Usually takes an hour or two. We've done huge furniture stores, distribution warehouses, automobile dealerships, all across the board. And I'm not going to rule out residential. It's just something, an area that's we're not accessing right now. But I think that most homes are being built with smart, technology, lighting, and all that. And that's kind of the vision of the future: sustainability and saving energy. And We do also charging stations. We've really gotten involved in that, charging electric cars. And so that's another thing that we can provide at companies, and that's going to be a big thing coming up in the future. And so we have resources there as well.
Wow. So it looks like we definitely, folks need to go to lightstherear.com and or call you because you have a lot of resources. And again, you just being in the chamber world, you have to tie things to legislation. There's legislation kind of coming down the pike about electric cars and what can and will be sold here in the state of Washington. And so, not to scare anybody, but there's legislation, right? That we want to all be in electric cars here pretty soon, or that's what Washington State is fighting for, because we are a sustainable a sustainable state, and we pride ourselves in that. And so I think it'd be great for folks to, like I said, reach out to you and see what benefits are available to them. Now, with your industry, are you growing? Are you guys hiring right now? This is a great opportunity to, a lot of industries are hiring. The chamber's hiring too. Are you guys looking for people there, Mark? And what kind of qualifications or what kind of person would be a good fit for your company?
Yeah, always. I mean, if you've got electrical contracting experience, or if you've done lighting, there's a little bit different type of licensing requirements for people who do lighting or do electrical contracting. We're looking for installers. We're looking for lighting auditors who can go in and do buildings. I know that, we're backed up right now. I mean, we have about a 45 to 60 day window right now, just getting, because we have so many companies, we have so many audits on the books right now. So we're looking to expand, and as we expand, of course, we can serve more customers. And so I mean, you can call me, you can go to Lights There and inquire about that opportunities. I encourage people just to give me a call. That's my direct line. It's 206-915-2649. And I'm just happy to come out and meet with your CEO, meet with your operations manager, and share what we do.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. Well, awesome. Well, Mark, it was so good to see you in this setting today. Just so you know, the chamber has moved back to in-person events, so you might bump into Mark and some of his offerings here in the next few weeks or so at one of our events. So I thank you very much for being part of our chamber chat. And thank you to those who have watched today. We are also offering sponsorship. So if you'd like to sponsor the next Chamber Chat video, just make sure that you reach out to us here at the Kent Chamber website, or you can give us a call down at the phone number, the 253-854-1770. Mark, thank you for being a chamber member. Thank you for doing something in regards to sustainability for our businesses, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
Yeah, bye-bye.